Hi. For last 15 years, I've been traveling all directions of the world and not holidays, traveling. And the main purpose of my traveling was to experience and appreciate diversity in human race, diversity in food, in cultures, in way of living, and most importantly, diversity in way of thinking, different ways of thinking has always opened a new door and chapter in my mind. I'm lucky enough to say that in the last 15 years I came across so many people, so many ordinary people which are which were not just ordinary. They looked very ordinary, but in fact they were scholars, they were philosophers, they were their wisdom was nothing their wisdom was nothing as as a common sense we have in this western world, because our western world is actually is is becoming has become very capitalistic, and this capitalistic way of living has brought us all the ills in society, but more importantly, it has made the human conscience on the path of decadence. But once you are out of this capitalistic, bubble, when you travel outside that and you hit with the real world, you meet real people. I'm lucky enough. I'm lucky enough to be able to meet so many of these people who were nothing less than gurus, who are who are people with extreme wisdom. And it's a fact. It's a fact that we human beings, we learn from each other by default, even if we don't intend to learn, but even then we pick up good or the bad. So all you have to do, just wipe out the bad and keep the good you pick up from the others. One thing which I learned from the people, in financial terms, they are not very fortunate in our eyes, but yet they are living a life we having everything we just dream of. How they are able to do it with nothing. I mean, some of these people I actually lived with. I mean, not literally lived with, but I spent time with. If they had a food in the morning, they are not sure if they're gonna have a dinner, and if they have a dinner, they don't know if they're gonna have anything to eat tomorrow. But yet they are happy, they are content. You can see that on their face. You can see the life on their face. That really attracted me. One thing which I learned from being with this kind of street philosophers, and few of them I actually met in my travels. I shared hostel rooms with them. I shared some traveling experiences with them. I traveled with them, and in the process, we both. I mean, I'm not sure if they picked up any positive or good from me, but I in fact picked up so much good from the people I met in the last 15 years in all directions of the world. These people are everywhere. All you have to do is just to look out for them. There might be few around you. Anyhow, let's cut to the chase and come to the point. One thing which which brings us down mentally, and sometimes that single thing alone can put us in depression, in severe cases deep depression. It closes all the doors in front of us, and we find ourselves encaged, invisible, invisible bubble of something which does not exist out there, but just in our mind. And that thing is comparing yourself with others. That's a disease. That's not that's not just a mental issue, my friends. It's a disease. Once you are in, you have to fight with your senses to get yourself out of it. Competition with others is, it's the other name of self-destruction. Nothing can harm you as much as you comparing yourself somebody else without knowing their circumstances. Just by their appearance, by the first look, by the outer look, you can only see a person's outer look. What's going on in their life, you don't know unless you are part of their life. When you compare yourself with other people, you actually destroy the person you are born to be. The person you are born as, you are killing that person if you comparing that person with somebody else. Does it make any sense, guys? Am I making any sense to you? Let me elaborate a little bit. Compare yourself with others. It's like comparing a different entity with a total different entity. We human beings, we look same. We kinda, I mean, we have a same way of speaking. We have a same way of expression. We have a same body structure. We have a same blood and everything. Our physique is same, but in there, in the head, each and every human being living on this planet is a different person, my friend. Different person. So when you compare with somebody else, when you compare yourself with somebody else, you are destroying that person who is already inside you. And that's your job, to make that person flourish, to make the best out of that person. If you really have to compare, and that's actually, I can say that's maybe a 50% of the problem caused by us. 50% problem is already there. That's a human psychology, right? It's you don't need to feel all bad because you compare yourself with others. That's a human psychology. It's if That's part of a human psychology. You can overcome this. But in case if you can't and you must compare yourself with something, then may as well, my friend, compare yourself with yourself. Compare yourself with yourself in order to rise above. Compare yourself with yourself to be a better person you were yesterday. Compare your today with yesterday and plan your tomorrow based on today. Am I making any sense, my friends? Let me elaborate a little bit more. When you compare yourself with somebody else, trust me, you might have a urge to be better than that person in any way. But trust me, there always gonna be somebody better than you somewhere. So how are you going to live your life? Keep comparing yourself? Or just come out of that race, come out of that comparing game, and focus on be the best who you are born to be. Focus on your purpose. Reflect on your existence. Don't try to reflect your existence on somebody else or somebody else's existence on you. Focus inwards. Look down. Look inside of you. Rather look up to the somebody else. Again, comparing yourself with yourself will keep rising you above. Comparing yourself with others keep pulling you down. So stop comparing yourself with other people, my friends. Compare yourself with yourself. I compare myself. When I look in the mirror, I compare myself. Am I better than what I was a week ago or yesterday? Every ways, health-wise, the wisdom-wise, conscious-wise. Am I more conscious? Am I more mature? Am I reflecting on things which I were not yesterday? When you compare, keep comparing yourself, you always gonna shine. You always gonna trim yourself in the perfect shape. And more importantly, you're gonna trim your thought process better and better. If you like this video, please share it and comment it. Ask me a question. Every question, trust me, every question in this world has an answer. And I will try my best to find one for you. Take care.